From bird-eating lizards to lobsters, the Simpsons nuclear family have had quite a number of pets. And now, we are going to be covering each of them. Number 1. Starting with the very first pet they had,
Snowball!
A white Persian cat named Snowball 1. This cat died way back before the show started. Matter of fact, Lisa was 5 years old when the pet died. According to Lisa, Snowball 1 was run over by a Chrysler. And this fact is true because when Bart saw the cat in heaven, she had tire marks on her to show us how she died. Sadly, we never truly know where she is buried. One episode she could be in the Simpsons' backyard, another she's in the Springfield Pet Cemetery. But one thing is for sure, this cat is in the Simpsons' heaven, and quite a few flashbacks. Number 2. And when Snowball 1 died, she was replaced by Snowball 2. A black female cat with greenish-yellow eyes that craves attention a lot, hates Homer's guts, and fell in love with the Simpsons' dog pet, Santa's little helper. But we are getting to him. Snowball 2 also had a brother and a sister that were eaten by her mother before the Simpsons could adopt him. And just like Snowball 1, Snowball 2 was run over by a car, except this time it was Dr. Hibbert behind the wheel and he was riding his Mercedes-Benz G500.
Snowball 2, I can't believe you're gone.
Well, not for long, because then came her replacement, number 3, Snowball 3. After Snowball 2 died, Lisa got a bit depressed, but Marge cheered her up by taking her to the animal shelter and using a book to convince her to get a new cat. At first, Lisa is doubtful, saying she's not ready for a new cat, but Marge insists and Lisa makes her pick.
Welcome to the family, Snowball 3.
Yeah, Snowball 3 doesn't last long. He drowns in the fish tank shortly after he gets into the family house. Man, he didn't even get to eat the food Lisa was preparing for him. His death traumatized Lisa so much, she didn't want to get another pet. Number 4. But when she saw a cat named Coltrane, she changed her mind.
Mom, I'm not sure if I'm ready to open my heart again, but this kitten's name is Coltrane.
Yo, is it just us, or does Coltrane kinda look like Bart if he were to be a cat? Anyways, upon bringing Coltrane home, Lisa promptly chose to play some of John Coltrane's music.
Hey, you!
Regrettably, the music made the poor cat leap out of Lisa's window and fall to its death. While Lisa mourns the loss of her cats, the crazy cat lady emerges from the shadows and throws a cat at Lisa. Number 5. A cat that looks exactly like the original Snowball 2.
I'm keeping you. You're Snowball 5.
Lisa decides to rename Snowball 5 as Snowball 2 with the intention of economizing on a new dish. Alongside this decision, she commits to disregarding the entire incident of Snowball 3 and Coltrane's deaths. This Snowball is an affectionate, independent, and sometimes mischievous pet. Number 6. The next pet is the dog that rarely barks, Santa's Little Helper, aka Number 8, aka His Majesty, aka King Suds McDuff of Six Pakistan. This is one of the few pets that have been with the Simpsons family the whole series. Apart from that, he has demonstrated a range of exceptional skills that set him apart from other dogs, like standing upright on his hind legs while maintaining a Duff beer can on his nose, changing a baby's diaper, and even conversing in English through a series of barks. Alongside Homer and Marge, Bart's connection with Santa's Little Helper is arguably one of the most significant relationships depicted in the series. And just like Homer, Santa's Little Helper is loyal and protective, especially about his food. Throughout the show's entirety, he has consistently appeared unusually slender, even though the Simpson family never neglects or deprives him of sustenance. Just like we mentioned earlier, Santa's Little Helper was in love with Snowball 2. They even slept together on the night of New Year's Eve when they shared the doghouse. Because the next day, they emerged with an air of embarrassment, suggesting that they were apparently having a moral hangover. Okay, this is the part of the video where you subscribe, like, and share to fellow Simpsons fans. Number 7. Additionally, in Days of Future Future, Santa's Little Helper is portrayed as a creation crafted from the amalgamation of his own being and that of Snowball 5, going by the name Santa's Little Hybrid. Well, dogs and cats are not the only pets the Simpsons have had. Homer has even had the opportunity to have a lobster as a pet. That's right, we're talking about his lovely lobster named Number 8, Mr. Pinchy. Initially, Homer found Pinchy at a grocery store and decided to take him home to fatten up to eat, but as time passed, Homer gradually grew attached to the lobster. He grew so attached to it, he started seeing it as a cute little lobster, whereas Marge saw it as the hideous sea beast, maybe a little eccentric kind of pet. Pinchy met quite a funny end. You see, Homer treated Pinchy to a relaxing bath in hot water. I mean, who does that to a lobster? As Homer talked about how he gave Pinchy a hot bath, Bart's nose caught wind of a suspiciously delicious scent sneaking into the room. Homer's light bulb moment struck when he traced the aroma back to the bath. Cue the heartbreak. He realized he was inadvertently turning Pinchy into a seafood delight. Homer could do nothing except mourn his beloved Mr. Pinchy as he masticated him. Number 9, Chirpy Boy and Bart Junior. 2 green Bolivian tree lizards, all for Bart.
Bolivian tree lizard?
After Bart shot and killed a bird with Nelson's BB gun in Bart the Mother, he decided to mother the eggs of the late bird out of guilt. Unknown to Bart, it wasn't bird eggs that he was taking care of, but eggs of a very dangerous species that devours birds and their eggs. After the egg hatched, ignorant Bart took the lizards to the Bird Watching Association to identify them. That was when Principal Skinner ordered the extermination of the lizards because they had killed so many bird species. But Bart the Mother insisted and protected his baby lizards until they fell off a roof in a tussle with Skinner and glided to safety. Ultimately, Chirpy Boy and Bart Jr. put an end to Springfield's pigeon infestation. Number 10. Listen, Bart wasn't the only one that had a pet that he had to let go. Lisa had one too. And while Bart's own were bird-eating lizards, Lisa's own was a cute pony named Princess. In the 8th episode of Season 3, literally titled Lisa's Pony, Homer's pub visit leads him to buy a pony instead of Lisa's saxophone reed. Princess is purchased from Millicent, who manages the Grateful Gelding stables. And her pedigree with a Kentucky Derby winning mother and Seattle Slew as her sire made her so expensive that Homer even had to seek Mr. Burns' help to afford her. You know how the saying goes, with a cute pony comes great expenses, and the expenses were a mighty strain on the Simpsons family. Lisa, recognizing the strain on her family, bravely let go of Princess. In a latter episode, Do Canada, Lisa encounters her long-lost pony and says,
I missed you, pony I had for a week.
Number 11. The next pet we're gonna talk about is Homer's pet pig named Plopper Pig, aka Spider Pig, aka Harry Plopper. During the shooting of a burger ad in the Simpsons movie, Homer encounters Plopper at Krusty Burger. Krusty plans to have the pig slaughtered afterward, but Homer protests and adopts Plopper, much to Marge's disagreement. Their bond grows, causing tension with Bart due to Homer's strong attachment to the pig. The combination of Plopper's waste and Homer's carelessness pushes Lake Springfield's pollution beyond the limit, resulting in a catastrophic event for the town's history. While legally under Homer's ownership, Plopper became a resource for various Springfield residents. Luigi once employed him as a truffle locator, and his purpose shifted to knife sharpening, then Luigi hinted at disposing of the pig. Number 12. And while Homer had Plopper, Marge had a rabbit named Marge Simpson's Rabbit. This cute little rabbit was a birthday gift from Bart, and Bart was so thoughtful with his gift. You see, Bart discovered a photo of Marge as a child with a rabbit, so he chose to find an identical one as a gift.
Oh, Bart, you got me the fluffy pet I've never stopped thinking about.
Number 13. And Marge isn't the only one who had a childhood pet. Homer had a dog named Bongo, whose lifelong loyalty to Homer began when they were both infants. He comforted young Homer and became his closest companion. During Mr. Burns' effort to gain support for his nuclear power plant, he distributed isotoads to kids. When Homer attempted to share his with Bongo, a confrontation ensued, leading to Bongo biting Burns. This prompted Burns to involve animal control, threatening Bongo's life. To ensure Bongo's safety, Grandpa took him and Homer to Miss Viola's farm. Heartbroken, Homer parted with Bongo, leaving his sweatshirt as a keepsake. Months later, Homer tried to rescue Bongo, but Bongo was now Hendrix and had happily adjusted to his new home, leaving Homer with a heavy heart. Many years later, when Homer visits Miss Viola's farm again with his father, he finds out that Bongo could never let go of the sweatshirt that Homer left him. This was a true remedy for his broken heart. Number 14. Next pet is the eagle that Elon Musk killed in the show, not in real life. Squawky. In the 12th episode of season 26, The Musk Who Fell to Earth, Lisa witnessed a surprising event. A bald eagle swooped down and seized two tiny birds. Marge then thought the eagle might be offering them food in an unusual way. Unexpectedly, the situation took a more intense turn when the eagle snatched Maggie and took to the skies.
Hey, you!
Homer acted swiftly, managing to rescue Maggie from the eagle's talons, but the incident ignited a comical rivalry between Homer and the eagle. Later on, Homer managed to capture the bald eagle using a combination of a broom and a plastic bag. But Lisa, in her compassionate nature, proposed that they nurse the captured bird back to health. Naming the eagle Squawky, Bart formed an unexpected bond with the creature. Several weeks of care and nurturing followed, resulting in Squawky's recovery. The family decided it was time to release their newfound feathered friend back into the wild. However, as the eagle took flight and soared into the sky, tragedy struck when Squawky flew directly into the engine of Elon Musk's flying vehicle, resulting in an unforeseen and fiery end to the eagle's journey. Number 15. And if a bald eagle wasn't enough for a dangerous pet, the Simpson family have also been owners of a pet python named Strangles. Bart adopted Python Strangles when Santa's little helper became a police dog. Strangles' adventure with the Simpson family involved him protecting Bart and retaliating playfully against Homer. The python also caused chaos at Bart's school's show and tell when he escaped. Bart's adventure with Strangles eventually ended when groundskeeper Willie adopted him and kept him in a fire hose cabinet. Number 16. We don't know which is wilder, Bart's python or his rogue African elephant named Stampy. Bart won an elephant on radio show KBBL Wants to Give You Something Stupid, opting for it over a $10,000 cash reward. DJs Bill and Marty resisted, but management forced them to give Bart the elephant by threatening to fire them and replace them with a machine. Under the threat, the DJs got an elephant to give to Bart, and Stampy came to live with the Simpsons. Stampy is a very aggressive elephant. He is even aggressive toward other elephants. He even attacked a bear. That's it for the Simpsons pets. If you want to know about the celebrities that appeared in the show, then we don't recommend you watch the video on your screen right now.